Hello and welcome to this presentation of EDIL CRM and its KPI module. EDIL KPI module offers all necessary tools to generate indicators and their rendering tools. All data of the CRM can be crossed so as to offer synthetic and relevant representations both for users and actors of the CRM and their managers. Charts are based on two complementary objects: calculation scripts, which are configurable data extractors, indicators, which execute the calculation script and log the proceeding data based on analysis axis at a configurable frequency. A chart is the graphic representation of an indicator. Let's see how to set up a performance indicator with EDIL CRM KPI. First, click on Create a new chart. A chart wizard allows you to create a chart from existing elements or by creating new ones. EDIL CRM will ensure that no duplicate indicators are created and will ease the creation process of generic calculation methods. Here, we will create a user activity report based on their interactions. To do so, click on Start. The first step to create a chart is to select or create the calculation method. You can define analysis axis when creating your calculation method. Select the object you want to analyze, here the interactions. Then select a field whose data you want to cross-reference. You will find a list of multi-valued fields with which you can cross data. The selected field will automatically be added as an analysis axis. Click on Next. The system offers all existing calculation methods for this object. Here we are going to create a new calculation method. Select the value you want to analyze, count or sum. If you select sum, then select a field among those offered to indicate the value you want to add together. For example, the amount of opportunities. If you select count, your calculation method will count the number of objects. For example, the number of interactions if you have selected the object interaction. Then, select the axis you want to analyze. For example, here, actors in charge of interaction, the activity of interaction, its channel, its status, its start date. For date fields, select the period of analysis, specific date, week, month, etc. Then click on the check mark to confirm and select a new axis. Click on Add New Calculation Method and move on to the next step. This second step consists in creating the indicator you want to represent. Here, I want to analyze the evolution of the number of interactions by actors according to the activity. I choose Actor, Activity, Start. You can choose from all the axes selected in the previous screen. Then, click on Next. Define the execution frequency and the number of versions you want to keep. To apply a filter on one or several axes of the calculation method before executing the indicator, fill in the axis field, the filter type, static or dynamic, and the values. Then, click on the check on the right-hand side to confirm. Now, click on Add New Indicator and go to Step 3. The third and last step consists in creating the representation of the indicator, the chart. Enter the fields, name, code, and category. Choose the share policy between public, which means any user with a EDIL KPI license can view the chart. Restricted, if you want to limit the access to this report to a specific list of actors. Then, you can configure your chart. Choose the desired type of representation. Here, sector. Choose the analysis axis of your graph among the three axes defined previously. and the data version. Choose the quick views among your axes to allow the user to filter the graph once generated. Then, define the formats and options of your KPI. You can also add filters on the selected axes. These filters are used to show the most relevant graphical representation according to the context. Display last 3 months only or data of current actor, etc. There are 3 types of filters. Static filters, used to select the axis values which should be considered or excluded when defining the chart. Dynamic filters, used to specify the filter which should be applied when displaying the chart. Session actors, for example. These filters are to be selected from a list. Screen filters, those are only available for object links when you want the chart to be positioned on a specific screen, filtered depending on the context of the screen, such as an actor screen, for example. The filters provided by the system are adapted to the type of chart data, dates, values, reference values, text, etc. Eventually, click on Save and see the final chart. The data generated with EDIL KPI can be exported to Excel or any other Office format to be used in other contexts, such as presentation, email attachment, data in a spreadsheet, etc. You can also use the quick view to filter data. Each chart is now available to be positioned on your dashboards. As you can see, one of the major strengths of EDIL KPI is that it allows you to create your own indicators. Thanks to a simple configuration screen, it is possible in few clicks to create a new indicator, to define in which format it will be represented, and the filters that the user will be able to apply directly to the chart. Innovate your customer relationship and do not hesitate to contact one of our account managers for a more complete demonstration of our products and discover the modularity offered by EDIL CRM. Thank you for your attention and see you soon.